Bruce Wayne to Batman as I swap it back. Hi everyone, welcome to Caster's Corner. You are here to see a review of a toy. What toy is that? It is the new SH Figuarts Bandai Namco The Batman from the Robert Pattinson Batman film. And our friends over at Bandai were nice enough to send this over to us, so we really appreciate it. You can find it on their Amazon site. Actually, they have an Amazon store. We'll put links down below to our Amazon shop. That'll take you to their Amazon shop. And it's about $90, about $89.99. And it's one of these higher end toys. And it took a while. I mean, it took a good while to photograph this thing. So straight out of the box, what you have to know is it is one of the more posable import toys. It is a smaller scale. You can see this Batman. I have another Batman somewhere, so I can grab this one next to the modern McFarlane's. So it is, quite a bit smaller. It's about true 6-inch scale. And so here he is out of the package. So what do you get in the package, I guess, is the question that everybody wants to know. And then we'll get into the functionality. So when you open up the box, there are, you get a nice little backdrop. Actually, I didn't use this in the pictures because the other backdrops are kind of plain. So, because since it's a few things, so you get a bunch of hands. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 sets of hands. You get 2 grapples here. You get the batarang. You get handcuffs. You get the adrenaline device, and then you get an alt head and an alt chest piece. So there's, a lot of different ways that you can pose him out. I think one of the things that I was really impressed with is the overall posability of him. It's the color here. You can kind of see it's a little bit gray when we hold it up to the light. You get a lot more gray when it's lit up. But when you have it just in your room, set up on your desk, it's a lot darker. So that dark gray kind of really masks it. It really looks good as a Batman figure. So as you can see here, his utility belt is full of things. There's a lot of different details that are sculpted into the utility belt itself, which is a really nice touch. And it does wrap all the way around the figure. He's got the scallop gauntlets that have sections here. These 2 little silver pieces on either side can pop out, and you have the grapples that kind of pop out of his wrist. And there are alternate hands that kind of accentuate that grapple look for him. And you get the alternate Pattinson face. Now here's the only thing that really struck me with the figure. Overall, I was really positive with it. I thought it was a really good interpretation of what Pattinson looked like in the film. They did a really good job with the costume. All the pieces of it were really well executed on this figure. So when you're paying $90 for the figure, you're getting a value for it. You've got soft goods wired cape, which is a really nice touch. We'll get to these. So there are 2 cons, and honestly, most people won't be affected by this. Just, I guess, things to remember when you're posing him out. So first thing is, this piece at the top of his cape is a hard plastic. And because of that, it does impact the shoulder flexibility of him being able to move. But I mean, it's Batman, right? We expect him to have issues moving overall. He stands pretty well next to the Bale Batman. They're the same scale, same size. And I personally like the Bale cape over the Pattinson cape just because it has a little more flexibility. But the streamlined look of this cape, I think, is the best of the two. So this one will give you more posing, but this one gives you a better flow. There are wires down each side, so left and right on either side of it. So you can kind of adjust the way it falls or hangs, and you can see it will hold that shape depending on how you want to pose him out. So that's one con. The upper part of the shoulders really does hinder his motion a little bit. The other problem is, so this piece here, it's a full neck piece so that you can get the full neck down into this body part. Because of the way that this is seated, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to take it all apart. So the chest piece can come off, kind of revealing the mechanics underneath. You can take the cape off because it seats in a little notch in the back, which is fine. But the problem is, because it's more of a motorcycle costume, motorcycle kind of upper body to kind of protect him, this collar makes it very, very difficult to get the neck out. And so I had to use a tool, which I don't have in front of me right now. I'm just going to grab tissue to try to give me a little bit of... I can't get it. So you're going to need something to kind of help you get that out, the neck piece. Because, same thing here, to get this neck out, I needed some help. But I think if you don't want the neck and you just want to swap the head, I think it looks pretty good. I know it's super bright. We got a new ring light, new setup, as you can tell. So overall, I think it's a really well done, well executed figure. We're going to throw this back. Actually, we're going to throw this back on. You can see it with it. So I can't switch it without assistance, to be honest with you, without doing damage. And the barbell that's in here, if I put too much pressure on it, it will pop out. So that's one of the other pros about these figures. A lot of times, these pieces, if you put a little bit of stress on them, they will pop, but they won't snap, which is a really nice thing because when you're trying to get these into some more dynamic poses. So here is Pattinson in his full look with the cape and just him. And we'll do some close-ups. We'll do some galleries in here so you'll be able to see it nice and close. But I think overall they did a really good job with it. He also comes with a pair of handcuffs. He comes with the adrenaline shot, which is teeny, teeny, tiny. The gauntlets with the alternate hands. And then you get the alternate cowl and cape. Now, what would I add to this? A cape that didn't have the plastic on it, if I were to do a version 2. An easier way to get that neck peg out, of course. And I think that's it. I think overall this is a really good one. Because when I got the Bale one, it didn't come with an alternate head. This is all I got. So it's really nice. I don't think it did. No, it just came with a bunch of weapons. So I think overall, I think this is one of the better representations that we got of the Pattinson Batman. And if you're a fan of the film and you really want a figure to represent it, if I were to pick honest opinion, even though this is a review and they did send us samples, honest opinion, if I was going to buy one Pattinson or one Batman figure, Pattinson Batman figure, this would be the one. Other companies have tried. I think this one is the most successful version of him. And he looks really good posed out that you'll see in our gallery. So thank you again to Bandai Namco for sending us over this SH Figuarts, Tamashi Nations, Bruce Wayne to Batman. As I swap it back. See, this is what happens when you just do things on the fly. Thank you to them. There'll be a link in our review on the site. They'll send you over to their Amazon store. There's a Tamashi Nation store, and you can pick one of these up. It's about $89.99. So thank you again to them, and remember to check us out tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day. We might spice these out a little bit, but we've got 3 more review. 3, right? I did 4. 3 more reviews from our friends over at Bandai Namco. So thank you again for watching, and go over to casterscorner.com for full gallery and links and all that stuff. Thanks for watching.